O group. I know the books say use 6, 10, 15, or 20 millimeter. I think that's right. I'm going to try 28 for two reasons. One, I think my table's big enough to support it, and then because it's 15 foot by 7 foot right now, and two, I'm kind of like wargaming on a budget, so I have a bunch of 28 millimeter troops I use for bolt action. So I'm going to try O group. So I'm going to, well, not going to, I've already mounted all these guys on the bases. It's more, they're more symbolic than they're supposed to be realistic in O group. And we've got them into their companies. We've got 3 companies here. And we'll try a match. Just for me learning. Just going to play against myself just so I think it's the best way. I've read the books. I've watched tons of battle reps. And I'm just going to watch it, and then I'm going to go through and see what kind of mistakes I've made and go back and hopefully get some good feedback from you guys too. If you really are looking to learn how to play this game, do not come to my site for a while. Storm of Steel and Boots on the Table with Dom. Alex and Dom are much better players than I am. They got a lot more games under their belt. And those are the ones you definitely want to watch, especially Alex. He's been doing it a little bit longer than Dom has. But there's some great battle reps out there to watch. Plus the ones that they did on Lard TV with David Brown, the actual author of the game. He's got some good learn how to play. I think it's like 4 or 5 videos where they teach you basically how to play the game. So I've watched all those. I've read the book. I'm kind of a doer to learn how to play. So I'm going to go for it. I have no idea if this is good or not. I'm just... Oh, sorry, my wife was knocking on the window. I have no idea if this is good or bad for a setup. But I just wanted to dive into everything except for vehicles at first. So I'm just doing infantry, just 3 standard companies. We'll have some supports like medium machine guns and some, Panzer Shreks, and actually some 60 millimeter mortars for the U.S. And each side's going to have a platoon of engineers just in supports. No divisional or regimental supports. Not going to do tanks or anything or half tracks or anything yet. Just want to approach this how I learned how to play squad leader, where they start you off pretty easy and then you expand it from there. We're going to have this little kind of farming community here be a built up area on top of that hill. This is going to be a multiple built up area kind of situation. There's actually 5 built up areas in one. I was debating about building my own kind of a city map that's more friendly to this game, and I want to know if that's worthwhile doing. I want to try this first, and if it's a total train wreck, I will scrap that idea. I just wanted to kind of build a big map with more of an urban kind of combat situation, and I don't know if it's going to be feasible or fun or anything interesting for this game, but I want to just try it now with what I've got, so I don't end up wasting my money and wasting my time building up spending a couple $100 in buildings and crap, and then find out this was a totally stupid idea, and then my wife gets pissed at me. So we're just going to cancel that idea if it's not good. So just got a couple bridges, got a river, got some roads. Roads won't be that big of a deal because there's no vehicles, but it just kind of adds to the terrain of it all. And we're going to have an encounter battle where both sides are kind of, let's say it's 1944. Americans are moving south from Utah Beach. Germans are coming in to reinforce, and they kind of meet at this patrolling forward. 2 reinforced battalions basically just march into this area, and then we'll do some battling. And I don't have my the neat thing was, sorry, I'll just change the subject there. The neat thing was I didn't really have to buy many more figures from what I had with bolt action. I already had way too many Germans, which was, ended up being a good thing with this. And I just had to buy one U.S. infantry pack. And just a funny thing I learned, I haven't really bought any bolt-action infantry since like 2011, and wow, the kits are much improved since then. I was shocked. They've come a long way. Warlord has. So these latest, which really aren't probably latest, they've probably been out for years. I just haven't really delved into. I've been in Napoleonic, the Napoleonics for many years. For me, or a great percentage of time for me playing this hobby. So it's like I really didn't get a look at what the hell they've done with as Warlord has improved over the time. I never went back and looked. So thrilled these new packs were great. So let's go over the forces real quick, and then I'll probably do that in the actual battle report. But I was kind of excited. It's going to kick off tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 4th of July, and should be a good day for a battle since I don't have to go to work. All right. First company for the Germans, of course, there's, each. So they call them sections in the book, but I served with a United States Marine Corps infantry company, so I'm not going to refer to them as squads. I'll never get used to saying sections. This game that's about as far down as you go. It's, sections, then to platoons, and then to company. There's no fire teams or anything like that. So what you get is 3 platoons in each company, and each platoon's made of 3 squads. I've got them set up so like later on when I get more used to the rules, I'm going to play the Germans as Panzer Grenadiers. So I had tons of extra light machine gun squads basically from my old bolt action stuff. So I'm not going to play that in the first game, but we'll definitely get to that at some point. This first company, well, all 3 companies have one MG42 that's attached. They got that bad boy on a tripod. Of course, we've got some integral AT guns mixed in, so it's, just standard German infantry company here. Same over here, except for these guys have 1 platoon of all assault rifles with the STG-44, I think it's the initials. And they also have an MG42, so just a little bit extra there to get used to the assault rifles. And then the final company, I'm going to screw up company platoons, and it's playing with a different size game here. It's going to mess me up for a little bit, so prepare yourself for screw-ups, which you are always guaranteed to have in this channel. They also have a MG42. I had a couple extra Germans SS guys that, later on I'll make them probably a veteran just to make it easy for them. They're all dressed up in the fancy dancy uniforms. And then the final platoon is all submachine guns, just for a little bit of flavor. The command sections, I had extra long range guns, so glued down a howitzer. I got 3 mortars on there too. We'll just put a dice next to the 152 millimeter gun to keep track of how many barrages they fired. And then that's the main commander. He will have the battalion order dice with him. Also, I have there's, as I mentioned before, here the Pioneer section with a flamethrower, and then 2 squads of submachine guns. Got 2 Panzerschrecks. In the middle is the Forward Observer. So that's your basic out of the rule book company, just with an extra a couple extra things and thrown in there just to spice it up a little bit. So we'll go from there. I'm going to buy a box of German infantry, another box of U.S. infantry, and I've got the bases, but I haven't. I ran out of guys to make the patrol markers, which is a integral and vital part of this game. But I haven't got the figures yet. But I don't want to wait around and to paint up those guys. I'll just have little circular bases with 2 dudes on each one. So each company can have 3 patrol markers, So that's 9 more bases, so 18 more guys that I got to paint. So for 2 sides, that'll be 36. That'll take a little time. I wouldn't mind just putzing away on that and doing that at my leisure. Maybe have a couple games to learn in the meantime, and break it up with a little bit of painting and modeling in between. So that's the Germans, and we'll go over and take a look at the U.S. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. U.S. are built basically the same way as the Germans. They do have, each company has a 30 cal attached to it, and then for a little bit of fun, I put in each company also has a 60 millimeter mortar. So that's the little bit different for the U.S. And you've got your same 3 companies. They've got 3 bazooka teams and a 50 cal. Just to keep it spicy. They've got their, I've lost track of him. Where'd he go? There he is. They got their forward observer there, and there's the final infantry company. These guys also have, oh, they're back here, sorry, I lost them. My cinematography is worse than usual. There's 3 sections, sorry, I said sections now. I'm gonna catch it on board. I've watched too many videos. 3 squads making up 1 platoon of combat engineers, and they also have a flamethrower. You see right there. And then finally, and then the American Command Center, they got a 152 Long Tom. They got their commanding officer and 281 millimeter mortars, just to kind of be a marker for they're keeping track of their artillery barrages and their company orders, sorry. So that's it. So we'll hopefully get this game kicked off tomorrow, and it's going to be a struggle because I can barely get through the stuff right now. So, and then I'm gonna send this over to James, and he can try to figure out how to play too, along with watching the other videos that a lot of you guys put out. All right, so have a good Independence Day. Have a great rest of the weekend, and yeah, should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Been looking forward to this for a while. And I'm interested to see how this multiple built-up area town is going to go. Could be a complete and utter disaster, but we'll have a good time with it. Okay. Well, I'll count that as that'll be a built-up area too. That little farm over here by the bridge. Tried to give some advantages to both sides across the stream or the river. No crossing the stream. All right. That's it. Take care.